Hi everybody, this is Katie. My assigned reading was from Digital Habitats chapters 4, 5, and 6. So I decided to start my presentation with a quote that I particularly found interesting from those readings. And basically it says, what makes the habitat work is not just a set of physical features, but also the way in which the species has learned to take advantage of these features for its survival. Habitats are not fixed. As new elements are introduced, the species need to adapt to its environment. So basically what this means to me is when I am designing an online habitat, I need to make sure to meet the needs of my members. So one of the questions we're supposed to discuss is, why is this reading important? Why should people read it? How can it be applied? Well, the name of the course is Design of Digital Environments. So basically we are supposed to be learning how to design these good digital habitats that will promote members coming back and using and investing and participating in these environments. So some of the things that optimal habitats have is they have really good tools, they have really good platforms, features, and configurations. So the textbook basically discusses that you need to make sure that the tools that you're using, the platform that you're using, the features, which basically help to make tools and platforms usable and livable, as well as configurations, are all um, designed for what you want to do with it. So basically the entire goal of these components is to build a community that will accommodate the needs of the community and also will make this community self-sustained. So a lot of these tools will need to make sure that the community is practical, easy to use. It's up to you whether you want to make it open or close, but you definitely want to have features in there and tools that make them usable for members. Um, the textbook goes into detail about that. Another thing that the textbook discusses whether you're having a community that's synchronous or asynchronous, and this is one of the figures from the book, and that basically shows you the different tools that you can use. So there is some overlap, but if you take a look, there are basically synchronous tools that are listed and then synchronous tools that you can see on the side. And the tool that you're going to select will basically all depend on the orientation of your habitat. So what do we mean by orientation? Well, the textbook defines it as typical pattern of activity and connections through which members experience being a community. So these are the 9 types that they identified, and they go through each one and they basically describe the different types of communities that these are, how to recognize sign of life, what some key successful factors are, some questions to consider, and also technology implications. So the 3 chapters that I read basically focus on what the members of the community need, what the stewards should be doing, how do you maintain people coming back to your community, but the answer pretty much is by giving them exactly what they want. It's really, really important to recognize that while this is a community and the goal is to bring everyone together, you can't forget that each member is an individual and they come from very diverse backgrounds. They have different interests, they have different levels of commitment. They also don't necessarily all want the same thing from the community, even though the core goal, what they're doing there, is pretty much the same. So the way that I see it, one of the things that can be taken from this reading and applied to us as well as anyone else who wants to run a community is when we're watching TV, um, sometimes the ratings drop. And you can see that the show does something different, which will either grab the viewer's attention or it pushes them away. So for us, when we're designing these environments, we want to make sure that we are grabbing the attention of the members, we're giving them the tools and the features that they need, and they don't have to go anywhere else to get it. And once new tools and features come out, we have to either incorporate them into our community or put it to a vote because it depends on what the needs are for the members that are there. So basically the overall goal is to keep everybody happy, and that is done through a delicate balance. Thank you.